Facebook. Happy Thursday. Hello, Instagram family over here to my right. Here we are, waking up to Groundhog Day, February 2nd. Woo! And if anybody knows, this is a great month. Why? Because this is the month that I was born. So it is an amazing start, this short but sweet month, kind of like me, just kind of throw it out there, throwing it out there. So I'm giving, I think, Instagram a little bit of a chance over here to catch up with everything. It's one of those amazing, crazy, busy, wild Thursdays. Let's see. We are telling people over here, sorry, gotta get my glasses. Hello, Colin. They're going to be here soon. Going to be here soon. And why is it that all of a sudden now, okay, so I've been watching a webinar for the last hour, and now all of a sudden everybody wants to text me on my phone. Why does that always happen? I don't know. It probably happens to a lot of us where all of a sudden it's quiet, it's quiet. Oh, I'm going to get this done. I'm going to get this done. And the next thing you know, your phone is blowing up. So all of that time that you thought you were going to have, see, look, it's just going, seriously, no one ever know that I had my phone on all of a sudden now? What time is it? 3:00? Oh, I know why. It's getting close to the end of the day and everybody remembers, I forgot to call Lisa or I forgot to do this. Whatever. Sorry, you're going to have to wait because this is the Wine Out with Lisa show. And why do I have this amazing show? Because what else would you all be doing if you weren't sitting and watching me for a few minutes? I don't know. I really don't know. And as you know, I am your favorite, hopefully one of your favorites, real estate agents here in Central Florida. And right now, a lot of you probably are, starting to see that we're starting to get a move with our home in the right direction. We are moving in the right direction, but it's no help of our insurance. So right at this moment, we are downtown living. And I'm going to tell you what, this whole Hurricane Ian and throwing us into what we have now been really kind of gypsies since September 28th. We have lived in Dr. Phillips at the Westgate Resorts for a couple months. So we had Dr. Phillips living under our belt. That was interesting because we had Restaurant Row all the time. Then we moved back down into our community, but lived at our neighbor's house, lake, which just going to warn you that if anybody offers to give you their house and you've never been in their house, you might want to take a quick inspection before you jump all over it. Just going to say, I get very excited very quickly, and I'm, just going to say, do your research before you jump in on anything. Now, we are living downtown Orlando, right downtown. We walk to Thornton Park and Lake Eola every night. So it's definitely not helping the diet. It's helping Robert's diet because he loves to eat. So we are walking everywhere, but the big joke is that, gotta have snacks because we burn off calories by the time we eat and then we walk back. It's just one of those things, especially when we're trying to get him to bulk up for a competition. So yay! There it is again, see? Phone is just clicking like crazy. So, and Coco's in the background because, she is our live audience. Every time we have a show, live studio audience. Trixie's out with the folks, so we're just one dog in the downtown living. But it is super cool. I mean, I've kind of been everywhere since I've lived here in Orlando. I've been from Lake Mary to Claremont to, downtown living. And now this is really downtown condo living. Beautiful view, super. And we are 2 blocks from Thornton Park. Like I said, we walked to Lake Eola, what's the farmer's market. You kind of really get used to not having to drive anywhere. Publix is around the corner, so I really don't need to drive to Publix, which I found out the other day when I didn't. I ended up carrying like 6 bags of groceries because I only went for one thing. And I ended up getting, of course, you know how that happens, right? You go for one, you come back with 50. So we are really getting off topic here today, because what I really wanted to, just talk about was the crazy market that we are facing right now. It's not the norm. And with everybody saw the interest hike yesterday, by a quarter. And so, a lot of people are really nervous about what's going to happen and where we're going with that. But I will say, along with myself and other agent friends of mine, we're still very busy. We're still super busy. I guess I would very much compare it to when the market crashed in 2008, 2009, where we flushed out a lot of buyers. We flushed out a lot of just individuals where you shouldn't be buying and you are buying more than what you should, or we're flushing out just individuals to get them in a more, say, comfortable spot, I guess would be a good one. And if you didn't jump into the market when it was the way it was, I'm so sorry. Because as myself as an agent, and I'm sure agent friend of yours, we're always telling you, you need to buy, you need to buy, you need to buy. It's not always going to be like this. And then all of a sudden it goes from 3 to 5, literally within a couple of days. So it was very, very crazy. And I will tell you, as an agent, the opportunity is still there for you to buy great products. I'm seeing it every day. And what I want to kind of talk about is what I'm seeing is the seller's market that we had, where you take a listing, and sellers, if you're listing or thinking about selling your home, take this into consideration now, is that we are not where we were 2 years ago, where you put your house on the market and within 5 minutes or 2 days, you had multiple offers all over your list price and you didn't know who to choose from. Okay. I get that. That's not the market right now. And if you are getting that and that has happened to you, kudos. You priced your home right, and you must be in an amazing location. That's great, because we all know it's location, 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 and if the house is priced right, it will get what it's supposed to. But what we're seeing now, houses are sitting on the market 10, 15, 30, 45, 60 days. Sellers are getting very antsy, especially after the holidays now. And a lot of sellers have already pre-purchased homes, or they found a home they like. And in the past couple years, there were programs that would buy your house for cash, very close to your list price, so that you could walk away and go buy the house you want. A lot of those are dissolving now. So you as a seller have to sell your house at whatever you're going to get, or you're going to be paying 2 mortgages. So what I'm seeing as with some of this situations that are occurring are a lot of concessions. What are concessions? No, they're not with the concessions when you go to the flea market or to the fairs where you get ice cream and funnel cakes. Concessions, got you all there. Concessions are that the seller gives you, kind of like that ice cream or that funnel cake to buy their house. It could be where they're going to, where I've seen this, you get to assume their mortgage. I wrote a contract the other day, beautiful home in Davenport. The owners have a 3.75 interest rate for the next 30 years. So you would assume that mortgage on what the house is, and then you would take over the remaining $150,000 or $200,000 in equity with another loan. You would secure, basically assume theirs, and then get your own loan for the other. Still, if you think about that, it was a really smart thing to do for the sellers, because they have to sell their house and move to Texas. So I'm seeing a lot of that type of thing. I'm also seeing where the sellers are giving you money to buy down your rates. So instead of giving closing cost, they're giving you an incentive to use that money for buying down the rate or closing cost. And on a deal we just negotiated not too long ago, we used the lump sum of the money of, $10,000 towards closing cost. We used it towards buying down the rate, and then the remaining left over for closing costs. So there's some options there, and we're seeing sellers utilize that as well. So again, sellers are trying to be creative. The listing agents are trying to be creative. And those listing agents that have been in the market a while as well, they're going to really probably remember some of the creativeness that we had to do when the rates were 7%. I remember when I used to run a title company for many years, sitting down at the closing table, and if you got a 7% or 7.25, you rocked. That was amazing. And then, of course, when it went down to 5.25, whoo, who did I steal this rate from? So rates have been all over, and the market has always stood tall here in Central Florida. And it's because people are always moving here. We're seeing a huge influx of people moving from the north. And look at the weather in Texas right now. I mean, I'm sure we're going to start seeing some people move from Oklahoma, Texas area over this way, because right now, I think on the weather Instagram channel I saw yesterday, we were the only one in the United States with like 70 degrees or 60 degrees. Everybody else was freezing. But right down in the south, right here where we're at, we were 71 degrees, I believe. So who doesn't want to move here? We're in the perfect time of season. This is when all the snowbirds, usually if they're not already here, they're here. And with what's happening up north, they may just stay here now. So take opportunities to seek out those individuals who may be renting some of these short-term homes now and ask them, would you like to stay? Do you really want to go back? I mean, there's some opportunity there. Those communities out in Davenport, Haines City, Claremont, all of them, a little bit of that Kissimmee area as well. Huge influx of the short-term rental homes. You can get a really, really good buy right now. Those opportunities are there. I'm seeing a lot of them. There's new roofs popping up, which is a great incentive as well. Or you're seeing concessions that the seller's saying, I'll give you a new roof if you buy my house. Okay, so the sellers are getting real creative. So as a buyer, you are definitely getting a lot more opportunity. It's not where, I'm going to go see 10 homes, and then out of the 10, 3 of them may not even be available when I show up. And that's what was happening in the past is I would make 10, 15 appointments in one day. And by the time I would call to confirm, that one's off the market. We accepted a contract. That one. We would wind down to 3 out of the 15 by the end of the day, which is why I always picked out more than what we needed just to make sure. So you definitely have a lot more opportunity. You have a lot more buying power. So take that opportunity to seek that out. And if you are in a situation where you're like, okay, I'm good to go with the 3% down, the 5% down, perfect. But there are a few lenders out there that are still doing the bank program and the no doc program. Sometimes your interest rate's a little higher there, folks. But if you're in a situation where it doesn't make sense for you to show your documents or you're self-employed, there are options for you out there to go out there and seek the home that you want. Traditional sales are great. Builders are throwing products at us right now. They are giving you incentives that were not seen years ago. We're getting $10,000, $15,000, $25,000 I've seen as far as money given to you for closing costs. Some of the builders are even letting you use that for rate buy downs, or they're even locking you in at those interest rates. I believe, don't quote me. Sorry about that. See, it always happens when I'm doing the show. There you are again. Instagram slowly coming back. Sorry about that. I believe it might have been D.R. Horton that was doing a 4.99 interest rate lock for 30 years, but I don't know. And those change on a weekly, monthly basis. So if you don't jump in or are connected with an agent like myself, we can give you all that insight as to who's doing what and when and get you in while it's still happening. Lots of homes, they're ready. You don't have to wait 6, 8, 10 months. You can get in some of these within the next 30 days. So if you are a seller and you're in that situation, you're like, okay, I need to sell, but I don't know where I'm going to go. And I do not want to live in the normal traditional. I want new. Don't be afraid. New homes are out there, okay? They're all over Central Florida right now. Great, great opportunities. And you'd be crazy to not even know that some of these builders are even offering homes in the 250s for a brand new 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. There are builders out there between basically about Bartow, Haines City, that area to Leesburg, all in the big circle there, all filled with opportunities for you. So on this fabulous Thursday, I just wanted to pop in because tomorrow I'm going to have a really cool show. We're going to be live with a couple really good friends of mine who we're working together right now on talking to a lot of buyers in the area, figuring out where everybody's kind of mindsets are. I've got a really good local lender. Josh is going to be with me. We're going to be sitting outside, chilling at Vanberry's, discussing what's happening. So tomorrow at 12:45, hope you can join us for a little lunchtime, happy hour, wind down, fabulous Friday. And we're going to talk a little bit about the new year, getting ready for it, being prepared for it. Taxes are coming up. What are you going to do with your tax money? I hear that a lot. So, with that said, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, just like the month today. Just wanted to say hello. If you have any questions, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. If anything, like I tell my buyers when I'm talking to them, I am a great resource of information. And if that's all I can be to you at this time, that's great. Because at least I can help point you in the right direction or give you some helpful insight. I can tell a quick joke, whatever it is. But this crazy wild ride of life that I am on with my amazing family is nonstop. So I always have a good story. So with that said, I'm going to enjoy a little downtown living for hopefully a few more weeks. Keep your fingers crossed. We'll give you a big update of the crazy house that we've got re-renovating. Give you an update on that in a couple of days. Hopefully we can give you a sneak peek and a tour of it to show you the progress that we've made, which everybody knows is not an easy way, but a lot of us in Central Florida are dealing with what Hurricane Ian and Nicole threw our way. So for all of you that are staying strong and doing your thing and getting your homes rebuilt, hopefully you're almost there as well. So with that said, I hope you all have a fabulous Thursday. Oh my gosh, see, I'm thinking Friday because my birthday's Saturday. So I should say a fabulous February, because February will be absolutely fabulous with all the fun stuff going on. And I've got a lot of charity events coming up over the next couple of months that I'm going to talk about tomorrow's too. So get your calendars ready. See you tomorrow at 12:45. We're going to have some fun, a few cocktails, talk a little bit about real estate. If you've got questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And between the three of us that are going to be there tomorrow, we might even be blessed with Andre. Who knows? He may show up in time. And we'll talk a little bit about real estate and what's happening. So have a great day. We'll chat with you guys all later. Peace out. Goodbye, Facebook. We'll see you tomorrow.